Hey, this is Brando Figure. Marvel Legends Blade is standing in front of us. This is Marvel Knights line, and it is a Build-A-Figure wave for the -1. Blade has the -1's head and a flaming effect. Let's look at the back of the box. What we see here is a list of figures you have to collect to build the -1. I only recognize Iron Man, Blade, Luke Cage, and Daredevil. I don't know who the rest are. Now, about Blade, he does come with a few accessories and alternate hands. Reason why I got him is because this is the closest to the Blade I grew up with, and that would be Wesley Snipes' Blade. Marvel should have just stuck with the flat top haircut that Wesley was sporting. Never liked a bald Blade. Anyway, by reviewing this figure, I'm going to cover size, articulation, poses, sculpt, paint, alternates, accessories, and score value. Alright, enough rambling. Let's get him off the stand and take a closer look. Let's start with size. That's how tall he is. About almost 6.5 inches. Now let's do size comparisons. Mezco 112 Collective Deluxe Superman with a custom suit, and DC Direct or DC Collectibles Crime Syndicate Ultraman. Marvel Legends Null and Phantom 2-pack. McFarlane DC Multiverse Page Punchers Black Adam, and McFarlane DC Multiverse Catman. Marvel Legends Doc Ock from 2-pack with Mary Jane, and Marvel Legends Smythe with 2-pack with Peter Parker. McFarlane DC Multiverse Flash from Build-A-Figure wave with Cyborg, and DC Universe Classics Superboy. Maplex Hush Batman and Superman. Okay, let's do articulation. Let's start with the head. The head looks up this far, down this far. A little bit of a wiggle, but not much. And sort of a full 360, but you have to go like that. Alright, so the arms, they can't close, they can't go straight down. So he has a serious lat syndrome problem. His arms go up this far. That's it. Down this far, up this far. I can't go any further. That's it. That's the only range. Down, up, down, up. This has to be the worst shoulder joints I have ever seen on an action figure. My God, it is so bad. Poor Blade. And then it's ridiculous. I can't move his arms this way. You know what I mean? It's just stuck. He has no butterfly joint. None of that. Well, whatever. And he has double jointed elbows. And he has wrist swivel and hinge. And he has a waist swivel. He goes full 360. And ab crunch goes down and up. He does not arch backwards. It goes this far, that's it. And look at the jacket. God, this is terrible. Oh, terrible job. And then the legs, they go up. They split this far on the sides. That's it. That's not good. Oops, I dropped it. And then there's a swivel at the thighs. He kicks up this far, which is pretty good. And he has double jointed knees. And then he has a boost swivel, full 360. And then he's got his feet goes down this way and goes up this way, which is good. I do not like the sculpt of this boots. It looks so weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess this is the best they could do for this kind of look. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this look. It looks so weird. Anyway, here's the ankle pivot. Right, ankle pivot. Alright, that's it. The articulation from the navel down, pretty good, but he has pretty bad split. I mean, he does martial arts, right? So he needs to be able to do a full-on split. You know. Let's talk about sculpt and paint. As always, I start with the head. The head is nice, really nice head sculpt. I like this head sculpt a lot. I love the haircut. I love the flat top look for Blade. That's my version of Blade, personally. Looks great. The classes are not separate pieces, right? It's not a separate piece. So, yeah, it is sculpted along with the head. Because it's kind of obvious. You can see the paint of the skin at the edge right here. So, yeah, it's not a separate piece. It's just sculpted along with the head sculpt. I really like how clean it is with the paint. Looks really great. I love it. Love the head sculpt. That's the best part of this figure. And second best part is the sword coming out. And then you can take it out. It's a separate piece. And you can see the texture detail of the grip of the sword. The handle is nice. Okay, let's talk about the head still. So yeah, it looks really nice. Paint application is good. My problem is it's chipped on the back. I mean, it's no big deal. I can just pull out my black paint and just paint that on the back. No biggie. It's got nice texture detail of the armor. The armored vest. It looks good. God, the paint is so bad. Look at this. Are you serious, Hasbro? Are you serious? Really? Are you that lazy? Like, wow, look at that. If I want to flare him out, you can't. I mean, he looked cool when he has, you know, his jacket flared out like this. But because they didn't paint it, I can't do it. You know, you have to hide it. That sucks. They just abruptly, the red abruptly stops right there. So yeah, they were just being lazy. It's obvious that they painted the bottom like really quick through production and then just put on the waist swivel on there. That's what it looks like to me. This is terrible quality, man. Anyway, the belt looks good. It's got pockets. Detail of the pockets. Looks good. I like the wrinkles. He's got knee pads on. He's got pockets on his thighs, both sides. Really nice detail. He's got laces on the boots. A little bit of wrinkles. It's got treads on the bottom. Very nice. It's actually, the boots, they're nice because they're really articulated. You can go up this far and down all the way down this far, and that's good. I appreciate that, but I don't like the look of these boots. They look big at the ankles. It looks like he has kinkles. I don't know. I don't like this. They could have used, they could have implemented it better, because this is not it. Those boots, and it looks like he has tiny feet. You know, like in real life, his shoe size might be like size 8 in real life. What are tiny little feet? Make them bigger a little bit. I mean, they're boots for a reason, right? So, now let's talk about the arms. Again, he has invisible lat syndrome. He looks so... I mean, it's not bad. It's just... these arms are horrible. You can't close in at all. None. And you can't go all the way up. I can't even do it. I'll break it. If I go any further, I'm afraid to break it. So that's it. And then, that's it. It's just terrible, man. He's got wrinkles on his arms, really nice. Double jointed elbows. Would have been nice if he was pinless, right? These are pinless. Actually, his knees are pinless, but not his elbows. Pinless knees, but not pinless elbows. What's up, Hasbro? He's the first live action Blade from Marvel. Like, first live action Marvel character, right? And they treat him like this, giving him like really weird looking, man. And he's got some weird Popeye arms. I don't mind though. He does look cool with those really strong. I mean, it makes him look strong. I really like it. I don't mind that. My biggest problem is those arms. You can't straighten them down. You can't go all the way up. You can't go all the way up. Nothing. It's very restrictive. Kind of. It's. I wouldn't say kind of. I say very, very frustrating. His collar detail, really nice. I like the trench coat. Really nice. I don't know what you call this thing, a sheath, I think. The sheath is connected to the back, and it does look really nice here. It's got belts on the back here in the middle. You can see the seam lines. The wave, like, you know, like the folds at the bottom. It's nicely sculpted. It's just those arms, man, really bad. You can't arch back. You can arch forward. I can give them that. That's good. He can bend forward, no problem. So he can do a lot of like really dynamic poses. He just can't, you know, it's just bad, man. It's not terrible, but I just don't think it's a good release of Blade. This might be the worst Blade action figure ever made. The paint is good, skin tone is great, perfect, but not the trench coat. The paint is really bad on the trench coat. From the clavicles and down, it's just all black, and they're okay. I'm fine with that. No biggie. There's more. I mean, they could have done more with this Blade character, with this Blade action figure. They could have done more, right? Let's jump to accessories. These are his accessories. He's got daggers, and he's got those, you know, like boomerang blades, right? And he's got like a long sword, and he's got alternate hands that hold all his accessories here. And build a bigger piece. That's it. So yeah, that's all you got. You know how they work. Let's do that. So there's that. It's got a hinge, like this way. Or are they called daggers? I don't know. Or wooden stakes. Yeah, they're wooden stakes. Those are wooden stakes. He's holding wooden stakes. Here he is holding boomerang blades. Right? Looks cool. Like that. Nice. Here he is holding a sword. Here's the problem. He does not have butterfly joint. Let me show you real quick. See? No butterfly joints. So he can't close in his arms in order to hold the sword with both hands, right? He can't do it. He can't. See? He can't close his arms. So he cannot hold the sword with both hands. That's a bummer. That's why these arms bring the rating down. It is really bad. Good thing is the sword is a separate piece and it can fit into the sheath on the back. So that's a plus. Very nice. Okay, we're going to talk about the score now. The score for this figure is 6 out of 10. Why? Because of those shoulder joints. They are so bad. I cannot believe they have very little range. It's actually really just horrible. And the trench coat, the paint application on the trench coat is embarrassing. I mean, just look at that. Just half red and half black. You can still see it if you move it around and stuff. It's gonna be bothersome for quite some time. and those ugly boots. Looks like he's wearing size 4. I mean, look. Looks like he's wearing lips too. It's just a ridiculous look. It's not a good look on Blade. Okay, so I took a break, went outside, took a walk, thought about it, came back, and I think I have been thinking about the value of this. Is this worth it? I'm gonna have to say yes. This figure is worth it. He is posable. He is pretty posable. You can cross him like this, and then get him in some kind of action pose, right? You know, like that. So it works, right? And he's got a lot of range in the legs, and the trench coat is not in the way, so that works out, right? But it is still limited because of those shoulders, and it's very dated. You should have had a diagram cut in that section, you know, and ball jointed in the hips. That would have made everything so much better. And he should have came with a different head, with at least a gritting teeth or a neutral head. That would be nice. Maybe the one without the sunglasses. And yeah, the sword comes out and in of the sheath. I really like that. That's the best part of this figure, to be honest, and the head sculpt. So the head sculpt and the sword, these two are really cool. But it does come with accessories and alternate hands that whip on the accessories, right? So you gotta be thankful for that. So I appreciate that. I do hope they make another Blade figure. Keep making him. Everybody loves Blade. He's such a badass, man. So please keep making him, Hasbro. And make it better. You know, give him diagram cut and give him ball jointed head and better, you know, better arms, better shoulders. And there's a new one that's coming up, and that one's amazing, but he's so expensive. So all I got is this guy. Well, I gotta go out of town next week for a vacation, for, you know, for the holidays, of course. So hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.